AEW Talk.
Crazy.
MJF and the possible like world title run here. Is this a possibility? And like, this is my question to kind of start it off. MJF and like a world title run. And how would you feel if that was like, because I know all of us are Strickland fans here, Swerve fans. So like, how would you feel between like them two? I think that'd be like an amazing like power match at some point if that's what we're working or gearing towards. Again, I don't watch too much AEW, so I kind of want to pass it off to my two guys who know about that. But I just wanted to pose the question. It seems like MJF is getting a lot of popularity again, and it's never went anywhere. But the buzz is just popping right now. And again, Swerve is coming around. I would hate to see him lose the title already or something. Again, I'm not really familiar with the storylines right now. But Mitchie Black, go and take us off, and I'll let RJ kind of follow up.
All right. So I rate fools with Swerve. Like right now, there's no reason for him to lose the title. Against MJF, it depends when. Because like I really feel like Swerve just won the title. Like what? RJ, correct me if I'm wrong. Like a month or two ago. Like about that.
Yeah, it was about a month ago.
Yeah, so like for him and MJF literally just came back last week or 2 weeks ago. Like, there's no way there's no way you could give him a title shot, which I want to be mad about. But if y'all did, there's no way you're gonna have him be Swerve. Like, I'll be on Twitter in an uproar because y'all don't even give this man like at least 3 months. Like, y'all gonna take his joint away from him after a month, and he's cooking right now.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Bro's been defending his title, it seems like every week.
Yeah.
And they have like 2-3 shows a week, and he's defending them on 2 of them 3 shows.
He's on TV, he's on everywhere. He podcasts, like he popping. They cannot give this up anytime soon.
There's no way to make him lose right now. No way.
So again, I'm not maybe saying soon, but okay. But I do respect your opinion because I didn't put a timetable on it. But go ahead, RJ. So maybe like in the possible future, within 3 or 4 months, maybe you can see that possibly.
I'm cool with that. At least let my man get his reign off.
I agree with you. Go ahead, RJ.
I think the problem is that it's a situation of you really want to put your top title on your most popular guy. Unfortunately, MJF is that guy. The problem is there's the Swerve situation. You want to keep Swerve as champion, but the only guy that you want as champion right now, other than MJF, would be Will Ospreay. And we have the Will Ospreay match next
soon.
Week.
Yeah,
next week.
It's like in a couple weeks.
If it's at Forbidden Door, that's at the 30th.
Yeah. Oh my God, there's so many pay-per-views for whatever reason. Yeah, so we're getting the Ospreay match there. I already don't think that match should be happening. That's such a weird match to put on because you don't want your international title champion pinned, but you are not losing this Swerve Strickland belt already. I would hope not, at least.
No, man.
I think he's been super consistent for them. He was on that not the Dragon Show thing, the House of Dragons or whatever. He was at the premiere. I saw photos of him everywhere. So I think they'll keep it on him possibly till All In, but it really depends on what to do with MJF. I know he's supposed to come back tonight. I saw some clips on Twitter before we started. Apparently he's getting in a program with somebody else.
Yeah, he's beefing with someone.
Was it Roosh?
Yeah.
I don't even know why. That doesn't make sense to me. He has beef with the Undisputed Kingdom, but I don't think they're a thing anymore. Like they have botched that group so hard that I would actually make more sense to just never talk about them again. Because my first thought would be he'd go after Roderick Strong and
don't get me started on him either. But
I think like if they're not going that way, I don't even know when you put this belt on MJF. I guess they announced the Owen Hart Cup, the Memorial Cup. They said a title shot if you win that tournament. He could be in that tournament. They could put Hangman to win that tournament. I don't know. It's an interesting thought process only because you have 2 guys that should be champion that are fighting way too soon. You've got a third guy that's out right now, just on vacation, that should also come in. You've also got your new elite supergroup that's making it a point to be a supergroup. Having a main event guy holding a mid-card title, that there's so many weird routes to go with this. All I'm hoping is that Swerve gets the main event, that all-in show in London. Because I think that would be, if he wants to lose it there, at least it's a grand stage for him to lose it. I would like him to push past that. There's just way too many options going on with that place, and they're not all good options. They're just available options. It's concerning almost.
Oh, for sure. Go ahead, Meech. You had a question?
See, wait, RJ, before I start, who's out?
Ask that question.
Who's what?
You said someone's out.
That should be the title picture.
Hey, title picture.
Well, Kenny's out.
Oh, yeah.
But I was talking about Hangman because they seemed to that seemed to be the Rock Austin for a while, and people were really hyping that up, and they really seemed to be at odds. So I think that's what they want with Hangman. But I mean,
hold on, Michi, but before you continue, I'm gonna get Dirty Dan in here really quick. Dirty Dan, if this was to happen, right? Because this is the way that I see it, to kind of bring it back to Swerve and MJF, right? The way I kind of see it is that they're preparing Swerve to be like the next big thing, hopefully. I think they're testing it. That's why he's doing all the podcasts, all these appearances, everything. And I think what they might want to do is have him beat MJF to see just how popular he can become. Because then if he can pop off of that, he could be like the new face. And then now they have 2 or 3 faces. Like we said, we got Ospreay, we got Swerve. And now we cooking with grease. We got about 4 or 5 people that could really pop and that could win the championship at any time and hold it down. How would you see that one working out, Dirty Dan? Could you see something like that, like where Swerve could beat MJF and just become like the new face? I agree with you.
MJF is one of those guys where
he'll be good no matter.
He's gonna be great no matter what. Now, Swerve, he earned that shit. He's doing his work. Let him hold it for a while. MJF just came back. Let him do a couple of promos. Now, I agree with RJ. Don't have him do some stupid ass promos with these people that you should not like. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
But let him do a couple of promos with a couple guys.
Warm up.
Blah blah. Build him up. Look, I always compare MJF to Roddy Piper, and I'm not saying he's going to have the career Roddy had as far as Roddy never won a world title.
Yep.
Absurd, by the way.
It's absurd, yes. It's absurd. Crazy. But he was that good that no one even cares that he didn't have a world title. But I'm saying that he's that good that people wouldn't notice if he don't have a world title. You know what I mean? Like, he's just that good. But he's going to get it eventually. But let Swerve have it for, let him do his thing. At the end of the day, we already said this about inclusivity. Like, let him bring in that crowd. You know what I mean? Like,
you said inclusivity.
No offense, AEW needs more viewers, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm not down on.
Well, you can always use
viewers, man.
Yeah, you can always use. But okay, you said inclusivity, so let me ask this, and we can kind of mellow this episode out. Inclusivity. Swerve also went on the podcast and said that it seems like behind closed doors, Triple H and the owners of AEW and everybody seem to be like they could work together. How interesting would something like that be?
Oh man, telling you, I'll love it. It to me, I feel like it'll be like a brand war. I think that'd be tough.
It'd be tough, but
I feel like the issue.
I'm just saying these two owners will have to put their egos aside.
Yes.
Because you're gonna have to figure out who's gonna go over in these matches.
Yeah, someone's gonna and that's gonna be the one problem that they're gonna have because someone's going to take the pin. And like I understand, someone's gonna be like, I don't want my top guy to take the pin. Exactly. Like, well, my top guy. Like I get it, but if we could bypass all that and just come with a great story.
You could.
It could work.
No, you could. Like, and this from the outside looking in, obviously I'm not passing around billions or whatever, but the goal is to make billions. I don't
not millions, billions with a B.
I don't give a fuck who wins. I think that has to be the mindset coming in. Obviously, we want our brand, but the natural expectation for me is that an AEW guy would win at all costs. Just because it's the lower, hold on, understand. Exactly. Just because it's the lower, right. Just because it's a lower brand, and WWE wouldn't take a hit. It would probably make them a little bit more popular with AEW fans. Like they'd be like, oh, they let us get one off, and they did. Oh shit, like WWE is done, and then they might, boom, boom. We'll go there. Then you got something to say? I like it. Go ahead.
I don't agree because AEW fans are just not going to like WWE no matter what. So let's just get this straight.
Bro,
I'm not lying.
I'm not a lie. AEW fans are rabid like ECW fans, bro. Now let's be honest though. You saying that AEW should get the rub? That's fine. I'm not saying I disagree, right? But I'm pretty sure Triple H and company are looking at it like, you need us more than we need you, bro. You need the fans more than we do. You trying to gain some of our audience. So whether I beat one of your kids or not,
I don't know though, bro.
Either way, you get the viewership.
That's tough to say, man. Like, okay, obviously the numbers are there, obviously, but there's been a lot of. Hey, like WWE isn't just like pop, 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 pop. There is a lot of people who are down here saying hasn't been hitting the same. There's a lot, we spend a lot of time on social media. There's a lot of people that are saying that. So although it might be good for us,
RJ's funny.
Sorry, my daughter wants to say hi really quick. We can cut for a second. Hi, baby. Love you.
Keep that in the video.
Keep that in the video. Anyway, like I was saying, I lost my whole train of thought. What the fuck was I saying? God damn it.
How it's gonna work.
What happened?
How it's gonna work with the AEW and WWE.
Yeah, so AEW and WWE. I think I forget what Dirty Dan said, but what we were going off of. But I think that it can work. Dan, I do want to touch on you saying about them not giving up the pin because WWE doesn't need them as much. That's what I was saying.
I'm saying
I feel there like it is. That's what it was. No, that's what it was. So I don't know if WWE was on that trajectory as you're saying, like where we're just up, up, up. There's a lot of people bringing it down and saying it's not doing as well and it's just not as entertaining and it's not as popping. So I do think that they could use something new. And like you said, while the fan base of AEW might not go over, but I do think WWE needs a pop and they could use something that just brings them over. And honestly, with them trying to go a little bit more hardcore, a little bit more, throwback to our time at the Attitude Era and get away from the PG stuff more and more, AEW is that hardcore brand and they do have these hardcore guys. And you could throw some of these lower tier, like Rico, like Ricochet, and throw his ass on. Yeah, you seen it? Yep, because he's talking about going there anyway.
Easy pin for AEW. Get him.
No, I don't see it that way. I see him.
Get him pinned. Pin Ricochet. Get him the.
They're talking about. Listen. They were saying he going over there anyway. So you can start to bring him in with that. You know what I mean? And look, honestly, all just aside, you can have Ricochet kind of do what they did with WCW almost, and have like an infiltrator. It doesn't have to be that deep, but you can have him play in between. They'd be like, oh, he's going in between. Look at him. He got the thing with Samantha. So you can play off of all of this storyline where he's going in between the two brands, and he's. Look, no hate on him. I know we talk shit because of Meech, but he's a decent enough draw to where people know him and people would attract to him and would go and would be like, oh, between the AEW and WWE, you could see that working out, I think. So while he might not be the biggest draw, I think that if they play it right and they wanted to go that route, they could be able to play off some of these storylines. Continue, we can wrap it up.
Yeah, Ricochet should go to AEW. So that way he could teach these reckless ass fools that might kill themselves how to really high fly safely.
Why watch AEW?
We want to see you get fucked up.
Hold on.
Keep Ricochet over there.
I'm watching to see somebody get put on fire. I want to see somebody.
I'd rather Darby get fired than not jump off of everything in that building. I swear.
I miss you, Black.
I will say this though. Going based on like the brand inclusivity. I do like what WWE's doing is by working with TNA.
Yes.
I hate that it took so long, but better late than never. Because right now, and I love how they're doing this really slow. We had Jordan come in at Royal Rumble. She showed off her power. I think she eliminated like a couple of Johns, and she got eliminated. Boom. And we didn't see her for like a few months to like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
I love that. Now she's put in a whole storyline where they're about to fight for her title. And she's about to fight for the NXT title. I love it. So now, I hope what they're going to do is they're going to, when she comes and fights for the title, she's going to bring some backup so she's not going in this alone, build on the story. And we build more people coming over to TNA. And then maybe if she wins, I see take the title over to TNA. She talks to shit. Yeah, this is what I do in other brands. If they won't see me, blah, blah, blah. Have people come on from NXT to TNA. Man, I love it. Yeah. I applaud WWE for that because they're doing their shit with that.
All right, perfect. Listen, I think that was the perfect way to end it. Well said. Yeah, what a great conversation. We covered everything from WWE Monday Night Raw all the way up to AEW. If you have made it this far, thank you so much. If you have not, you might need some glitch energy in your life. You might need some energy. And what better way to stay awake and make it to the end of the podcast than with glitch energy? Cleanest energy around. If you have not tried glitch energy, you can do so by going to glitchenergy.com and using code shoot to win and get a nice discount.
Spell it out. Y'all spell it out.
It's been, because they can see it in the video. If you have made it this long, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning it in. It's your boy JD. I hope everybody has an amazing day, amazing night, no matter what time you're watching this. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Until next time, everybody.